Hey everyone, I'm Nina Zeta with Sidewalker Daily, and in today's video, I want to talk about planning out your brand collabs for the new year. This is going to take some foresight and some work, and that is what we're going to do in today's video. Now, we can't plan 2025 without reflecting on 2024. If you missed the video I did about reflections, I'm going to go ahead and just leave this little worksheet here that we did in that video in case you guys want to do it this time, because I think, again, getting into any sort of new year stuff, you want to take a second to pause and reflect, right? You want to reflect on the brand partnerships that did well, the ones that didn't. What could you have done better with them, right? So reflection is a key element of planning for the new year. So if you do want this little worksheet so that you guys can work through it on your own, it's all about reflecting end of year. It's one of my favorite end of year practices. So I'll go ahead and leave that worksheet for you guys if you want to access it. When it comes to brand partnerships though, and reflection, I want you to go a little bit deeper than we did in that video. I want you to really dive into, again, what made that partnership successful? What were some key metrics? What were the best partnerships that you did? Take the time, go in your feed, wherever you're doing these partnerships, and pause and think, not just what were the best paying ones, but which ones performed the best. And also ask yourself, which were the best paying ones? And how do I go back to those clients in the new year? This is a very important step for 2025 planning because it's going to give us insights as to what worked and what didn't. Now, the next thing I want us to do after we reflect, now I got to get into like writing things out. I want you to define your 2025 vision. I want you to set clear goals around income, clear goals around the types of partnerships you're looking for. Are you looking to do more UGC style work? Are you looking to do more sponsored content on your page? What type of industries do you want to get into? This is where you got to get crystal clear, y'all, to visualize what 2025 brand deals are going to look like so you can execute on the goals that you set. Ask yourself, what are some brands that align with your current niche, right? Because the first step in the pitching process is list generating brands you want to work with. Now, here's the thing. A lot of creators fall short when they generate their lists because they only create lists of brands in their niche. I have this awesome story that always kind of sticks with me. There's this travel influencer I'm working with, and she told me her highest paid brand deal of 2024 was, wait for it, a popcorn company. Was at least a 5-figure brand deal, $20,000 plus. And she's in travel, but she's working with a popcorn company. So remember, when you are kind of deciding the types of brands you want to work with, don't just stick and limit yourself to the brands that are in your niche. Again, in this travel popcorn example, it was quite easy for her to be like, as someone who travels, I always want to give my kids healthy snacks, this popcorn company, yada, 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 right? So she was able to integrate a brand that is not in her niche into her existing content seamlessly and authentically, and those are the best types of partnerships. We'll dive a little bit deeper into list generating in a minute, but this is kind of that part of the process where I want you to really outline, again, that income that you're looking to generate and kind of work backwards the type of partnerships that you would need to achieve it. Now, if 2025 is the year that you're ready to get into the arena, start pitching brands, and start getting paid brand deals, you are going to want to come to my next free live training on how to land paid brand deals, y'all. This is a signature training we do here at Sidewalker. It's free, it's live, it's gonna blow your socks off because we go into so many examples. I do role plays, I share my screen. You're going to learn a lot. So make sure you sign up below to see the next time that we're hosting this training. We host them all the time. So I definitely want you to join us at the next one. You will not regret it. Now, the third thing you must have done, I mean, this is a non-negotiable here at Sidewalker Daily in order to see success in brand deals, is you got to have your media kits in, y'all. You know, on this channel, I drill it home. And I drill it home because a media kit is not just a little document you send to brands. A media kit is a revenue generator for creators. It is a sales tool. It is what you send to land the interview. And what do I mean by interview? The call, the opportunity to talk with the brands that you want to and send them a proper proposal. That's why we're talking high 4 figures, 5-figure brand partnerships. They don't happen over email. And the media kit is that first item that a brand sees about you and it reflects you. So 2025, if you're planning out your partnerships, go and update that media kit. Make sure it is relevant. Does it have the updated stats, updated partnerships? What does that look like? Updated photos. Y'all, I was working with a creator. Tell me why her media kit still had photos of her kids looking 4 or 5 years old when her kids are now like 7 and 10 years old. The kids don't look the same. Those are not the same children on her media kit, and she was pitching it. And that is a missed opportunity because, again, me being on the hotel side, I know sometimes we are looking for influencers with very specific talent looks. Like I'll be like, I need a family that has children under 5 because I want them to test out the new toddler pool. If your media kit shows that your kids look 5, but your kids are actually 10 and 12, It's misleading and it's a waste of time. So please, please, please make sure your media kit is fresh and up to date as you enter the new year. Do not forget to avoid including your rates, y'all. We're not doing that this year, right? We're not including our rates in our media kits because the type of partnerships you want to generate are bigger, higher paying, and you don't know the budget that these brands have. I have seen many of these budgets, and let me tell you, they are big, and you are missing out by putting your rates in those media kits. So we're not going to do that this year, okay? Now, we did talk about the importance about when we're planning out our brand collaborations, about putting our hit lists together, right? The brands we want to work with. I mentioned that a lot of times creators will just only partner with brands in their niche. They're not thinking big enough. This is a huge missed opportunity. But one thing that I want you guys to also is not forget the local brands. Everyone wants to work with the Four Seasons and Delta and, these big companies. But for every big company, there are smaller localized companies that also need you, especially my UGC creators. Anyone that's creating content for brands, anyone that's creating social media style content for brands, target that local market, y'all. They need you guys too. It's not just the big brands. Obviously, when you're putting your list together, you can obviously include those dream brand partnerships. But for every dream brand, I want you to also think about the competitors in that space. I want you to think about, more mid-tier brands, local brands, brands that maybe you've already worked with, brands that you have a better shot of getting into because you have a person, in common. So, really think about putting your hit list together more strategically. My Pitching to Brands Master Course students, y'all know that this is step one. We got a list gen so that we can then go find their contacts and send them pitches. But for y'all watching today's video, if you're trying to get organized in your brand partnerships for 2025, you got to put together your hit list and to ensure that you're sending out a good quality of pitches, because at the end of the day, it is a quantity game as much as it is quality. So what do I mean by that? If you're sending 3 to 5 pitches a month, that's not enough. It's like doing 3 to 5 sit-ups at the gym and expecting a six-pack. It's not going to happen. You really need to be putting effort towards this. Again, this is exactly what we do teach in our program. If you want a deep dive, it's 30 plus hours of video and audio training. This is what I eat, breathe, and live, y'all. So I'll leave a link to our pitching program if you want to learn more, if you're ready to take that leap and actually do this for real. Now, if you're watching this video and you're putting your hit list together because you're trying to plan out your 2025 collabs, remember, do not sleep on your past partners. There's this really interesting balance between acquisition and retention. I know that sounds like fancy, but it's really just saying like new people and old people, right? Everyone wants new partners. A big thing that I teach is how do we maintain those old partnerships, right? How do we take a partnership that paid us for 3 reels and get them to commit to 3 months, right? How do we expand on our current partners versus always just thinking about new brands? So please, please, please don't sleep on your past partners, and even the gifted collab partners, the brands that have not paid you, but they've given you stuff for free. Those are like the sitting ducks, because those are the people that you can go after. They already know you exist. Now you're going to send them your updated media kit. You're going to ask them potentially to get on a call and to see what they're working on and really sell them a really nice package of either content or influence. So do not sleep when you are putting that list together of going back to old partners. Entering 2025, if you're planning out your collabs, this is where we are cleaning up shop, right? We're building out our list, we're updating our media kits. Something that a lot of creators don't do until they work with me is take time to get their testimonials together. I know it feels weird, but one thing that my program really stresses is that you are a professional and this is a business, and testimonials help any business thrive. So as a creator, if you can be like, oh, the marketing director of this company said I was amazing to work with and I was a professional and I delivered XYZ, that's going to help you. That's going to help your cause. So this can be the perfect time as you're planning out your collaborations to go and get those testimonials of past partners so that it can help you when you are doing that active outbound pitching. Remember, y'all, around 83% of US marketers are doing influencer marketing in 2024, and that number is expected to grow in the new year. It's not going away. This is the future of marketing. Consumers trust influencers. That's how they get their information. So if this is something that you're truly serious about, take the time to do what we discussed in today's video to set you up for success in the new year. This is always like the work that people don't like to do. It's like the behind the scenes stuff, like putting your list together, right? Or cleaning up your media kit, or getting those testimonials, or getting clear about your goals. Like that's some work that people are like, no, I don't want to. But again, when you treat yourself like a business, you'll start to see those results. And last but not least, if you made it to this part of the video, one thing that you can do that I think will help you plan out your collabs is also think about the content you want to make in Q1. Now, I'm not telling you to batch create content, but I'm telling you to think strategically. What will the first quarter of your 2025 look like from a content perspective so that you can then pitch to brands that make sense with the content you're already going to do? This is an overlooked strategy that creators tend to treat these two spaces. They separate them. They're like, pitching is this and content is this. And I'm here to tell you that they are very intertwined. The content you create will affect the brand deals that you get and vice versa. So if you want to be strategic, really take some time to plan out what's the content you want to make in the new year. So that way you can reach out to brands that make sense with your content strategy. I know it all makes sense. So anyways, y'all, I hope this video was helpful. Let me know what your dream brand in 2025 is in the comment below. Who do you want to pitch? Who are you going to be reaching out to? Q1 is an amazing time of year to start reaching out. Brands have budget. Brands are excited to work with you. And again, if you need support in this area of our business, you can either talk to our success manager. She'll tell you the types of programs we have here at Sidewalker Daily so that you can get on a call with her and learn how we can best support you in your creator journey. And I can't wait to be a part of it. See you guys in the next video.